All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Brian Millay. I am the regional sales manager for outdoor and public in the Northeast for Genlyte Signify. And this morning, we'll just have a brief discussion about smart cities and how exterior lighting can be used to aid safety and security. First, we'll talk a little bit about the how we get there, and then we'll talk a little bit about the use cases. So at Genlyte and Signify, this is our mission statement and our purpose. Our purpose at Genlyte is to unlock the extraordinary potential of light for brighter lives and a better world. And one of the ways that we can do that is to improve the lighting experience in cities and municipalities and make them not just more energy efficient, but also safer and secure. So when we think about lighting, and specifically connected lighting, what we've started to see over the years is a trend and a shift in how we view lighting. It used to be that we were converting from HID and conventional lamps to LED light sources to reduce our energy usage. Now we're getting into a little bit more of a focus on not just energy efficiency, but also how else we might be able to use a luminaire or a light fixture to collect data and to improve the user's experience, the resident's experience in a municipality, for an example. We're also looking at ways to further improve energy efficiency with additional controls. So while LED lighting is already very efficient, we can dim that down when there is no occupancy. So we're saving additional energy there. And when you think about it, one of the best ways for a city or municipality to become smart and connected is to take advantage of the lighting infrastructure that's already within the municipality. So a lot of towns, a lot of cities have a lot of lighting, and those light sources can be utilized to help gather and collect data and to help improve the safety and security of a town. So how do we do that? First, what we're going to do is we're going to install a connected ready or sensor ready luminaire. That allows you, even if you're not using the luminaire right now for a connected sensor or some higher level of control, at least when you are ready, you can upgrade the system to do that. One of the things that's developed over the course of the last few years is the DALI D4i certification. So we'll talk about that right now. DALI D4i certified luminaires go through a rigorous process. A DALI D4i luminaire that you buy from Genlyte, a sensor will work on that luminaire as will it work on one of our competitors' luminaires. It's essentially kind of an open source system. So it's interoperable. It allows for a D4i certified driver that will work with not only a NEMA twist lock 7-pin node or connector, but it'll also work with what we call a Zaga D4i socket. Those sockets can be located on the bottom of the luminaire, and they will allow for the use of a sensor. And we'll talk about what those sensors can do. And really, again, what we're shooting for with D4i is the ability to always be able to upgrade your lighting and your controls to the next generation. So what does a D4i sensor and a D4i driver and a D4i luminaire get you? With this, you'll be able to obtain individual luminaire data. So when was that luminaire manufactured? How many watts does it use? How many watts is it supposed to use? Is it not currently using that many watts? Is there something wrong with it? We're also, again, so to that end, energy data. How much power is that luminaire consuming? How can we best maximize the use of that luminaire? And then diagnostics. Is the light on? We have some sensors that, for example, will enable you to detect when the luminaire has been tilted. So if it's out of its normal standard orientation, you have essentially a knockdown alert or indicator. So DALI D4i enables you to get all of that functionality and connectivity with your lighting. And if you look at this chart, you'll see that there are a number of ways that we can get there. There's asset management. So if paired with a sensor, let's say, and a control node that through some type of technology, whether it's cellular or wireless Bluetooth mesh system, communicates that information from the luminaire back to a central hub, you can identify, again, all that data from the luminaire back at a central location and see you have this type of a fixture here at this location on this street corner. What is it currently doing? What's it supposed to have? It allows you to know what you've got installed where, when you installed it. All of this information is at your fingertips. So again, asset management is key. Again, we can monitor energy savings. We can ensure that the luminaire is working properly. And because of this DALI system, again, it's interoperable. We can communicate with it regardless of the manufacturer. And how does this all work? If you take a look at this slide, in the factory, the manufacturer will program the data for that luminaire into the driver. When you install it, you'll connect that luminaire perhaps to a network. Again, we can do that with a cellular-based node, which we'll talk about a little bit in a minute, or a mesh system. And then that network will communicate all the information from whatever sensor that you're using. And those sensors can have different capabilities. In the field, when you install the nodes, for example, our node, the Genlight Interact node, that node will automatically be detected by our system once you plug it in. So it automatically picks up the location of that node, and then it can be paired with the luminaire that we know has been installed there, including they can take notes of what the pole is, what type of the pole, right? If it's how old it is, they can take a picture, upload that. All that is possible with our Interact system. And then again, we can talk about diagnostic data, all manner of different data, voltage spikes. We can see if there are any issues with the current, not just with the luminaire, but with the delivery of the power. It's a really, you can get into some really, really robust systems. So again, really what we're going to look for in a connected lighting system for a municipality is a luminaire that is essentially future-proof, ready to be able to accept not just the technology that we have available to us today, but also what technology may be coming down the road. This kind of a luminaire really is designed for any municipality or city that wants to be able to not just take advantage of energy savings, but to really get into a granular look at the data and figure out different ways of utilizing it. Again, different kinds of nodes, we'll talk about that here. So this here is our Interact City, is what we call it. It is a cellular-based node. Again, it is cellular-based, so as soon as you plug that into the 7-pin or 5-pin receptacle, it will automatically find its way back to our system, and we'll be able to geolocate it and see all the particulars of the luminaire. We'll be able to, we have what we call a service tag. So each luminaire that we manufacture comes with a QR code, which when scanned will automatically upload that information from the DALI D4i driver into the Interact City. And then we also have This is one example of a type of a D4i node or sensor. This particular sensor is able to do 4 different things. It does motion detection via radar. So we are able to dim the lights down. Let's say when a car is coming, it will dim up when it picks up the motion, or even a pedestrian. So we can achieve some energy savings, but we can also achieve some added safety benefit by ensuring that when it needs to be lit, it is lit. It will also do ambient temperature sensing. So we can pick up on this node. Here are some different of the safety and security applications. With this, we can figure out what is the ambient temperature of the area surrounding that sensor. This is useful if you're trying to do some heat island mapping and determine if you have hot spots in your town due to radiant heat coming off of the roadway. Can also do ambient noise monitoring. So with that, it is not a shot spotter, but what we can do with the ambient noise is we can identify areas that have an excessive amount of noise, let's say near a train station, or maybe even near a very noisy bar or nightlife scene. And the municipality can identify different things from that. Other applications, there are sensors that do traffic management and identify not just patterns, but help to reroute traffic with signalization improvements. And also for air quality. So with this type of a sensor, all of that is possible. And what you're gonna need is that D4i driver. And again, what's nice about D4i is it's not limited. It is open to every manufacturer. So there are different types of sensors that you can get from different manufacturers and utilize them with your luminaire. When you look at our company, we're the #1 leader in connected lighting in the world. And what's great about working with Signify and Genlyte is that you can get all of these solutions directly from us. So you can get the luminaire with everything that we stand behind with it. You can get the Interact node, so you can have that control system where you can utilize that to monitor all of that different information. And you can also get sensors and nodes from us that are able to do a lot of these things that help improve safety and security in the municipalities. We do all the R&D in-house, so that's all us. It's incredibly secure, our systems. It is highly tested and very well proven.